good? What is good? What is good? I'm your host, Andy Malafarina. I'm riding solo today. I forgot this is Drag the Lake. I forgot where I was at. This is a story of a girl who wants to tell you about some new music. I'm the girl. That's right. I'm trans. Welcome to Drag the Lake. It's New Music Friday. I am running solo today. Solo dolo, as Kid Cudi would say right before he is contemplating suicide. What's the deal with Twitter? What's the fucking deal with Twitter? I'm going over here to post. I'm going over here to post a tweet to let you guys know that New Music Friday starts now. I am trying to post that tweet right here, and it's X. It's called X, but it's twitter.com. So I don't know what's going on. What's going over here at the Better Lover Show? Holy shit. I'd be so scared to fucking do this at my size. Here's my thing about that is the reaction. To be fair, he was up there for like 45 seconds to a minute probably. You know what I mean? That's not really like a jump, or I'm really undercutting him almost doing, because that could have ended very, very badly. That could have ended very badly where he like fucking jumps off and then people are like, we're gonna help you break your neck and you're not gonna be as good of a lover after this one. But yeah, I got distracted. So that's what I was saying about fucking Twitter. I don't know what their fucking, I don't know what their thing is. It's we're X now. We're X, but also it's twitter.com, but the logo's X, but you send a tweet out, and then this is a retweet. I don't know what it is, but anyway, they got to figure that out. I got to be honest, I feel like this is more of a No More Heroes topic, but it's just me today. Pat bailed on you. Pat does not love you. It is just me, the only person in this world that loves you. No, Pat had some stuff to do, and this is what I have to fucking do. So it's New Music Friday. What was I gonna say? Oh no, the Twitter thing I was gonna say is I don't know. A lot of people were like crying and bitching about it and screaming about it and all this other fucking dumb shit. Like, it's not just going to be the website that you go to constantly and obsess over. You know what I mean? If you're anything like me, the name of it's not going to affect how often you go to it or don't go to it. You know what I mean? It's like, does it do the fucking thing? Does it do the fucking like, people are going like, this really hurts long-term brain. You know, it's this weird thing. It almost to bring it to music, it almost reminds me of like the thing that annoys me about like some rap. It was a big reason why I didn't get into Drake a lot. Besides that fucking dance hall album or whatever the fuck that Caribbean dance hall album being weird as shit. No, but like I like Drake to a degree. Like, I was really big into his first 2 or 3 albums, but then it just got a lot because every song was him rapping about rapping. Do you get what I mean? And a lot of rappers do that. They write songs where they talk like, when I'm on stage, it's like, well, you're kind of on stage now. You know, in the context of you singing the song, like, this is kind of you being on the stage, and then like when a rapper literally goes, when I'm on the mic, it's like, well, just do it. You know what I mean? It's like if I went to the gym and it's like, dude, when I start lifting weights, it's like, well, there's weights over there. Go lift them and show us whatever the fuck you're talking about. So that's what kind of irritates me about like rap and stuff like that. But why was it? How was I correlating that to fucking Twitter? Yeah. I was talking about like the discourse of like some people on Twitter when they're talking about, like, I saw a bunch of people talking about like the branding of Twitter and X and all this other shit, and they're like, you know, people are gonna look at this, and it's like, who's using the app that you're talking about like this? You know, where it's like, you know, the customer who blah 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 and this and that. It's like they're gonna get confused, and it's like, dog, who's a new, like, if you're gonna use Twitter, you're gonna use Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called. As like, unless you call it a slur, and even then, you just gotta not pick the real bad one. But it's like, unless you call it like a real bad slur or whatever the fuck, it's like, they're gonna use it for what it is. You know what I mean? People keep going on, it's like, the branding of that. You're like, dude, I don't give a shit. It's what it is. You know what I mean? I'm using it as an excuse. Like, I'm doing the thing where I go, without comedy, how could I not? I mean, that is true to a degree. I'm not one of those people that you're just like, there's the people in entertainment, like the Childish Gambino. He could go away for like 3 fucking years and then send a tweet, and he could just tweet out the word sandwich, and they're like, Childish Gambino tweets the word sandwich. What does that mean? Is that the name of his new album? Like, what could that be? You know, and people are gonna like speculate like crazy like that. But the average person, you know, they gotta, the way the world is now, it's mostly people vibing out, and then they go check social media, and social media reminds them about shit. So there is some truth to that. But then, you know, me and a bunch of other people make that excuse, but then in reality, it's just like, yeah, no, it gives me that sick dopamine hit like nothing else can. So I don't care what it's called. I don't give a shit what it's called. I don't think you or anyone else gives a fuck about branding. I think you're just saying things because, I don't know, I feel like we've all programmed ourselves to react to things in a certain way. I know, like, people in MySpace, not the most beautiful website to ever exist, MySpace, but like MySpace online. I try to be super self-aware with a lot of this stuff, so I can stay unique and not fall into these things. But it's like a lot of these people fall into these modes where you kind of you vaguely know how you're supposed to feel about stuff. You know, whatever camp you're. I feel it with being like a libertarian and shit like that. You vaguely sense how you're supposed to feel. You know, so when Brawny had that what was it, that Cardi, whatever the incident where he had something with his heart and had to get off the court and shit like that, my camp was like, vaccine. And then I started to see a few tweets where it's like, this is actually way more common than you think. And it wasn't just like that bullshit thing where people try to fudge the numbers and make you think it's way more common. It was actually like way more, like I was seeing a lot of people post about it. It was actually like way more common, but you could tell from the people in MySpace, it was like, no, you're supposed to immediately go, this is the vaccine. And you're not supposed, you know, so you can sort of fall in line with that. And to bring it back to what I was saying about Twitter, is a lot of people go to fucking Twitter and like they kind of, depending on what side you're on, like if you're on the left, you're supposed to hate Elon Musk generally. And so when Elon does this, now you're supposed to lean into the whole idea of, well, fuck, Twitter was such perfect branding. It's like, it's kind of an iconic brand, and it's kind of da-da-da. And there's like, they just keep saying all these things that make it, that reinforce the anti-Elon sentiment. And I'm not an Elon fanboy. I definitely, with this whole, I got to look into more of this shit with him taking over banking and yada, yada, yada and stuff like that. But that stuff's weird to me on the surface. I got to look into it more. But just when it comes to how he's revamped Twitter and stuff like that, I'll be honest, I'm a fan of that. But this could be a Trojan horse. But that's just sort of a knee-jerk emotional feeling based off some stuff I've been seeing. So I gotta dig deeper into that. But no, you see people like sort of vaguely on the left, and it's like their thing is supposed to be anti-fucking Elon. So now it's like Twitter's the most iconic brand to ever exist, and it's like maybe I'm just unique in the fact where it's like I've talked about this many times before. Like one of my favorite bands ever was Bomb the Music Industry, which I just posted a reaction to the new Jeff Rosenstock video. Go look for that. Speaking of Bomb the Music Industry, but one of my favorite bands ever was Bomb the Music Industry. I thought that name was ass. I'm gonna be straight up. I thought the name Bomb the Music Industry was ass. But they made some of the best music I ever heard. I could relate to it better than I could relate to anything else at the time. So I listened to Bomb the Music Industry, and it's like Twitter. I don't care as long as it's not the bad slur. I mean, I'm gonna hopefully, if it's the bad slur, hopefully it'll autofill. But no, for real though, it's like I don't care what Twitter's called. I'm gonna use Twitter because I want to stay up to date on news and people's takes and funny memes and videos of, minorities fighting. Like that's what I'm into. But yeah. Enough yakking. Let's hop into some music. This is the new music stream, and let's start off big. I didn't realize they dropped a song till I was scrolling through looking for stuff to talk about today, but let's start off big. I've recently gotten heavy into these gentlemen. I was just sort of peripherally into them, appreciative of them for the stuff that they do music-wise. But I had not really gotten into them, really looked into their music, really dug deep, and that is Slaughter to Prevail. They just put out a new video for their song Viking, and I'm pretty hyped for it. They're a fun band. They're exciting. They're very chaotic. They're very insane. So let's just hop into this. Let's start off New Music Friday in a big bad way with Slaughter to Prevail. Oh, wait. I gotta look up that mask. That has to be... I bet you they make so much money off those fucking masks. And this kind of... Yeah, dude. Why wouldn't you? They gotta make so much goddamn... Damn, those are not cheap. Oh, wait. There they are. Sorry. Dude, those are not cheap at all. And they're on sale. Jesus Christ. On sale. What up? I'm in the middle of a movie, but God bless you, Andy. God bless you, Rocco. God bless. Damn, dude. Damn. On sale, they're still expensive as fuck. But no, this kind of like makes me think of a thing that I was talking about with Pat with a lot of this music stuff is hey, you enjoy your weekend too, Rocco. Thank you, buddy. I was talking with Pat too about this, where it'd be so sick to sort of brainstorm ways to just to sort of monetize this music and stuff a little bit better, because it seems like for how I don't know, just something as simple as like how many Spotify views some of these bands get. You'd think money wouldn't be so tight with a lot of them. So I'm always a fan of looking into more. I'm looking up Slaughter to Prevail's monthly listen. Sorry, I'm not just like sending a text, but I'm always curious and looking for. Yes, dude, Rod Bresh. I'm always interested in looking for new interesting ways that bands can monetize themselves. Monetize themselves without selling out. Let me make that fucking clear, because there's an endless list of ways bands can be whores and sell themselves out. I'm saying like make a lot of money, but it's like what Run the Jewels does. If you guys ever pay attention to Run the Jewels, they sell so many different types of things. But I've bought a shit ton of stuff from Run the Jewels, but I've never felt like I've gotten ripped off. Everything I've bought from Run the Jewels, whether it be dude, perfect example right here. it's a little worn out because I actually used it, but I don't smoke weed. Like, I'm not saying I've never done it, but I wouldn't say I like do it with any regularity. But they had this really cool 420 set, and I got the rest of it out there. I can show it to you some other time. But it came with like a lunchbox, a grinder, a little tincture case to put your pot in and stuff like that. And for all the YouTube censors, pot doesn't rule. Don't smoke pot. It won't make you feel sick. Pot is not super fun for some people. You might not who this is, do you? The Devil Wears Prada? You are the Devil Wears Prada? Are you trying to tell me that you want to say this, but you are the Devil Wears Prada? Dude, that's a deep cut, but if you get it, you're going to enjoy that. But, yeah, so, like, this wasn't cheap. I forget how much it was, but it wasn't cheap, but it was cool, and it's like a collector's item and shit like that. So, I'm a big fan of trying to figure out ways these bands can monetize themselves. It's a band. Yeah, the Devil Wears Prada. Bro. You, come on, man. Watch my channel. I know who Devil Wears Prada. Give me more credit than that. But I do like your name. I've been to hell. Thank you for getting in the chat and hanging out, my man. Or lady. Or any of the other ones.
Язык меча, что ж, так прольется кровь. Мой язык бескостный станет железом, чтобы говорить. Понимаешь только.
I just realized Russian's one of the best. Russian's probably one of the best bands to make like deathcore too. It's some good ass fucking whatever the fuck he was saying. It don't matter. And also, bro, I realized this watching a bunch of his videos. Just having that scar on his face. This dude's a fucking trip. You'll be making music soon? Hell yeah. Send it to me when you make it.
Язык меча, что ж.
Oh shit, are they bringing back Z-Bells? My man. Yo, I am fully behind and supporting a band who is bringing back Z-Bells. God damn, I love that. You're licking your lips like, damn, dude. I've been to hell making this chat horny. So from a video production standpoint, so when they go to him doing the vocals, I'm guessing this isn't during the live show. Just the way it was. Well, also, he didn't have a microphone on his. You know what? Yeah, it's actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, it's actually obvious as shit they didn't do that. That's kind of smart, though. It kind of gets like a better angle of the band and the stage and shit like that. And adds a different. Because a big thing in music videos is to have multiple settings. Because if you just have like one setting towards the middle of the song, it starts to get boring and repetitive, and it's just like, it's not obvious why it's getting boring to everyone, but people start sensing it's getting boring and they're gonna like fucking kick out. But if you sort of change it up enough and create different settings and different vibes, it keeps people engaged for longer. You should search up Reasons by Excision. It features the Devil Wears Prada. Hell yeah. Is it a new song or? Dude, no matter what they do, Russian dudes always have goofy ass haircuts. Like this dude, I'm on his social media. He's fucking shredded. He's a good looking dude. But he always has like his hair on the top, not his beard. His hair. It's always like he just kind of looks a little goofy.
Язык меча, что прольется кровь, так прольется кровь. Мой язык бескостной стали, железо стали говорить, чтобы говорить. Понимаешь только язык меча, что ж, I'll satisfy primal fear.
Dude, that camera work is nasty. Yo, let's make it a little bit bigger. The fucking camera work right there. I mean, this part's nasty. It's kind of obvious. This part's fucking nasty. But just when he's like, and the camera's moving perfectly, god damn. Ooh. Good ending. Good ending. Definitely like got into the whole fucking end on a breakdown, but just that like bing bong 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 bong, like with the quarter note triplets or whatever the fuck those were. Whatever you would call those, that was a cool ass song. I Slaughter to Prevail is really growing on me. They are really growing on me. Like I said before, I was just kind of whatever about them, but then I started to actually listen to them. Production is always on point. I always throw that out there with metal bands and stuff like that. I've been changing my tune on that for punk bands, actually, because I've been going through an 80s hardcore phase. I was listening to this podcast about the Damned, and then that got me, because they're like 70s to late 70s of their heyday. So then I also then after that transitioned into 80s hardcore, listening to Black Flag and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, there is something to the fact that this is more grittier and chaotic and noisy and stuff. And when you actually make punk a little more clean cut, it like loses its edge. So there is something to that. I used to shit on the low quality of old punk music. Like I'm not romanticizing it like everyone does sometimes, but listening to a lot of the newer stuff, having like with metal music, you know, I've been talking about this with Knock Loose for a while. You can hear it on the new Kubla Khan release. You can hear it on here with Slaughter to Prevail. Having it very clean and precise and very clear, having a lot of clarity in your recording for a metal song is very important. But I am starting to realize punk bands might want to get it a little messy. They might want to go back to getting it a little bit more messy and dirty, and it'll get a little more fucked up. I don't know if clarity helps you as much with a punk band. But anyway, let's keep it moving. What do we talk about? There's a lot of stuff coming out. So actually, I think it might be a slight. I mean, I feel bad that Pat don't get to listen to all this good music. But I feel like with me and Pat, we can fucking ramble. We can rant. So I might be able to get to more songs just because I love talking to that jolly motherfucker. So me and him get on tangents. This is not brand new, but it came out. And I want to check this out because this band has been very interesting. It is Beartooth. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Beartooth, but they were a band I got very excited for when they came out. I think his name is Caleb Shomo. I forget his last name, but formerly of Attack, much formerly at this point. But the old second screamer of Attack, he started a new band, and they were very heavy. Well, not heavy. But they were aggressive, and they were fast, and they were hard, and shit like that. And they were going about it in a big bad way. And then I sort of fell off on them. I liked Beartooth a lot. I sort of fell off on them, and then I heard them put out a song like a year or so ago, and I was like, oh my. These gentlemen are butt rock now. And it upset me, and it bummed me out, because they were like top fucking notch. They were a good time. They were really fun to listen to. And now, last time I checked in on these boys, they were a bit of a dose of butt rock. So I'm curious. I really wanted to listen to them again because I'm curious to see where they're at. So let's hop into this. Beartooth, Might Love Myself. Out of the gate. 1 second in, and I do not. My hopes have been substantially lowered. You're gonna have to put on a little bit of muscle if you're doing that, dude. Been to their show with Devil Wears Prada a couple years ago. Good time. Hell yeah. No, dude, their first release. What's that one song where it's like? Sorry, I just went through puberty 2 seconds ago. Is this the Devil Wears Prada chat? We are talking about them a lot today. I'm not mad about it. I like Devil Wears Prada. They've gone a little bit butt rock, but I still like Devil Wears Prada. Beartooth. Beartooth's first release was fucking sick. What was it? I can't remember. It's like the one who was like, I got a problem. Disgusting. Yeah. And then Aggressive was pretty good if I remember it properly. But yeah, their recent stuff has not been doing it for me.
Think I might love myself. Love was overrated. don't know how to take it. Still chasing ghosts, I feel so unsure. And I sold myself a lie. Still gave it one more try. Gave everything that I had and more. Couldn't happen to me, couldn't happen to me, couldn't happen to me. Oh, then it took my body over. Lost all my composure.
So here's the thing. I'm not trying to grade this on what I wish they were still. I'm trying to grade it on what it is. And it's still not good. Here's my thing. So here's my thing when bands do this stuff. Now I don't remember how hard they were sort of like aggressive, heavy punk and stuff like that. And I don't know. Do what you want to do. In this day and age, I don't fault bands for kind of trying to go mainstream and shit like that because it's hard out there. It's hard out there for hardcore and punk bands and shit. It's not an easy life. Fair enough. Whatever. I just always wonder when bands shift this substantially. When they shift this substantially, I always want, like, what's the conversation? Now, it's probably easier because this band feels, actually, you know what? This is why I need to make sure I listen to interviews with, like, people who I don't, actually, no. When I heard this interview with him, I was way more into his shit. But still, it's always important to listen to, people who are established and they're doing it or whatever. It's even if you're not like the biggest fan of theirs, you can always get value out of people you don't necessarily fuck with like that, But no, I was listening to an interview with him, and now that I think about it, I do remember him saying like he's kind of the band. He writes all the music, and then he lets the other band members know what they're playing. So this is probably just him. There was one day he was probably, I gotta go back through their catalog and hear what the general vibe was in this and that. And there probably was just one day where he's like, I kind of want to do pop music. It's a bold move. It's a bold move when you don't start a new band or anything like that. Cause you're kind of like, it worked for Bring Me the Horizon. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. It worked for Bring Me the Horizon. But it's a hard move because most people who got into this band when they first came out, they're guys like me. And guys like me,
Never felt quite like this before.
I'm not really listening to this shit. What are you saying? I kind of like how Bring Me the Horizon changed. A fan of Suicide Silent Times and what they are now. All right, yeah, no, it's not. It's not a hard and fast rule or anything like that. But I hear what you're saying, bro. I was just typing about Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah. No, I read it. I read it. But yeah, what was I trying to say? No, it's always just like an interesting shift. Now, here's what Bring Me the Horizon did. That was much smarter. Is they did a much more subtle shift. Because if you look, now I'm gonna fuck up the names of the albums, but I know. Well, their first album, it's not Pray for Plagues. Whatever. Count Your Blessings. Was it Count Your Blessings? Yeah, their first EP was like something about the edge of your seat. I forget what the fuck it was. The first one was about the edge of the seat. I don't even remember how that, but I think that was just like hard and fast deathcore. The second one, what did I say it was called? Bring Me the Horizon, all right. They shift different kinds of they shift to different kinds of music. Yeah, I here's the thing. I don't hate Bring Me the Horizon. I just, I'm too. When they were like metalcore and shit, it was in a very formative age of mine, and I was in very much love with that style of their music. So to hear what they are now, I just get bummed out, and I also just lean to heavier shit and stuff like that. So I just get a little bit bummed out, but I do got to give them credit. They did get a lot heavier on their last shit and stuff like that. But yeah, what was I saying with Beartooth? Oh, Bring Me the Horizon had a good progression. They had a good progression. It was like Count Your Blessings was pretty fucking heavy. And then Suicide Seasons was still super heavy, but they shifted more metalcore than deathcore. The album after that, it was still pretty heavy, but it's shifted into a lighter, more mainstream set. And it was just like they were smart about it. They did a slow shift into the mainstream. Now, from what I can tell with Beartooth, now I wasn't up to speed with Beartooth, but it did feel like a more about face. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. I could definitely be wrong about that because I did fall out of Beartooth a while. But I guess I should say more generally speaking, when a band does an about face like this, it's a bold move. It's a bold move because you're alienating your old audience, and then you're taking a risk on hopefully finding a brand new audience. And then you're also, like, your brand new audience isn't really going to fuck with much of the old shit. But you are kind of starting over, so you're kind of just a new band with the same name. So it doesn't really matter how much old music you have if you're kind of starting over.
Chemistry is changing, emotions rearranging. I'm out of my cage, breaking my spell. Think I might love myself.
I respect him for writing positive music because you don't get a lot of that in this space. My only other thing too is like this style of pop music isn't really, or this attempt at, because I guess it's technically not pop music if it's you know, how many views is this getting? All right, 200,000. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I am a little too deep into like underground shit and shit like that. Not to sound like a dumb, dirty hipster, but I am a little deep into that. So this is, well, I don't know. Because I know like Kubla Khan, their last video is up to like 300,000. Now that probably took them a little bit longer. This is from like a week ago. Right? Yeah, this is from like a week ago. So 230,000 in a week is pretty damn good. Attack really changed? Oh, we got to check out that. I know they put out some new shit recently. You accidentally sent that? No worries, bro. I know they put out some new shit recently, and it was pretty heavy from what I remember. But yeah, it was a decent shift. They're like a whole new band at this point. They're a whole new fucking band at this point. So, it's almost just like, you know, you're almost like, what do you got? I don't really care if it sounds like the old shit. It's like, what do you got? And also for me personally, I was never too locked in on them, so they get whatever they fucking sound like. I'll give them a fresh taste. Fresh. What am I trying to say? I'll give them a fresh taste. Let's just leave it at fresh taste. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm too deep into fucking metalcore and metal and stuff like that. None of that's fucking popular. That's why I'm in a mindset of like, how do you monetize this shit better? How do you do that for bands? Figure out how to monetize this shit better. Was this? It was the same vocalist as Beartooth right now? No, this dude ain't an Attack right now, is he? That's not true. Maybe I read that wrong. It was the same vocalist as Beartooth right now. Oh yeah. Attack back in the day was this guy. That's what you mean. I'm sorry. Oh, so I don't have a great gauge on if this is like for real, like this would be considered pop music, but he's going for a pop sound with a metalcore flavor, and that's like, in my opinion, maybe I don't have a good grasp on this because I don't listen to this type of shit too often, but from what I can tell, that's kind of like a semi-risky bet, because this shit's like, he's playing music that was popular like 10 years ago. You know, so I don't know. I just don't know how. I don't know if this is the move. Now, if this is what he wants to make, you know, make that. That's you know, that's what I'm here for. I don't care if it's poppy or not. If you're making what is true in your heart, fucking go for it. But when you have such a substantial shift from hard, fast, aggressive music to this, it makes me think you're trying to alter it a little bit to get a little bit more broader appeal and shit like that. And going about it this way, it's like, bro, you have the same success as when you were in the heavy band. When bands do stuff like this and you're in this genre, it's like, dude, just stay heavy. Like I said before, if this is what you genuinely want to do, then do it. But if you're trying to do this to get the check, I would say just stay heavy. But, I'm not in bands, and like I said, I'm a little bit too deep into my bullshit, so I could be a little off. I don't know.
Trade my hope for pain, still hate who I became. How long am I gonna be young and lost? Might never feel right, never be clear, but nothing will change until I face my fear. Done paying the price without knowing the cost. Could it happen to me? Could it happen to me? Could it happen to me? Yeah. Woo. It took my body over, lost all my composure. Never felt quite like this before. Chemistry's changing.
I'll give him credit. The production's really good. It's got a good, solid feel to it.
Think I might love myself. Focused on the time, how I'm losing every minute. Gotta make a choice, gotta push it to the limit. Never felt better, never making an apology. I'm exactly who I wanna be.
So parts like that annoy me because it's kind of like they're kind of doing a thing where they go, oh, just in case you forgot, we used to play heavy music, but it's just such a fucking, it's just pittance. Cause like, what was that? Like 4 measures?
Focused on the time, how I'm losing every minute.
Oh, also, I'm looking at my phone because I'm doing what I did on the last one where I go, well, to be fair, let's look at their Spotify, and they're getting 2.1 million monthly listens, which is good, and that kind of aids to the fact, like that kind of leans to the fact that I could be wrong, but at the same time, their most popular song is from the album when they were hard and aggressive. So, that's something. That's not nothing. And now what's 2? Let me see. 2, 3, and 4 are newer songs. I'll give them credit for that, I think. Wait, where's 4? Oh yeah, okay. So 2, 3, and 4 are newer songs. But 5 is also an older song. So it could be like a little bit of a split. But like I said, they're doing 2.1 million, which is pretty damn good. I think for context, I think Kubla Khan's only doing like, I want to guess 300,000. What are they doing? Oh, shit. Good for Kubla Khan. Wow. They're doing way better. They're like just under 1 million monthly listeners. Good for fucking them. That makes me happy. They deserve it. They're talented as hell. They're like my favorite band right now. They're talented as hell, and they deserve that. What are you saying down here? Treacherous, Dishonest by Xenobomb. Sounds like that one song called Viking, whatever that artist's name was. Oh, that was Slaughtered to Prevail.
Make a choice, gotta push it to the limit. Never felt better, never making an apology. I'm exactly who I wanna be! I'm exactly who I wanna be! It took my body over, lost all my composure. Never felt quite like this before. Chemistry is changing, emotions
Drumming's not bad. I'll give him credit on the drumming. The drumming's not bad.
Think I might love myself.
Yeah, the drumming was pretty good. He was throwing some shit in there that was pretty interesting. What he's saying? This dude's voice throws it off. I thought it was pretty good. You know, I was gonna say this before. What was kind of fucking me up was, so when they would go into verses or
Emotions react. Oh, then it took my body over. Couldn't happen to me. Couldn't happen to me. Oh, then it took my body over.
yeah, he should have hit that a little higher.
Oh, then it took my body over.
Yeah, like the way they set it up, it should have kind of hit a little bit bigger, and he probably should have hit that note higher or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind his voice. It's hard to tell because it's produced in a way where it's, you know, poppy metalcore. So like I don't doubt that this dude can sing. It was like the problem with the last Dance Gavin Dance release. The only problem that was surrounding that release. But it was the problem with the last Dance Gavin Dance release where it was like, now I didn't mind it. It was a little weird at parts, but like Tillian's voice was way, way, way overproduced. So people were kind of like, yo, that's bullshit. But it's like, you know, I don't get bothered by that as much because I know he can do it live. But like at the same time, you're like, I'm not really getting an honest assessment of how good you are at singing if it's so like overproduced. Yeah, you know, not really for me. I'm sure that that version of that is good for the people who like it. Like I said, I mean, what are the comments about? This is the cap to an absolutely incredible journey. I hope that he's proud of himself. Going from screaming about feeling sick and disgusting to sing about loving yourself is beautiful. As an emo kid coming all the way from Attack is incredibly powerful, not only for Kayla. Okay. All right, so people are kind of like buying into the fucking, you know, they're buying into the story. Which I'm not, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm not trying to like shit on him or nothing. It's just the music's boring to me. Wasn't expecting this, but I love it. See you, Caleb, so happy. It's awesome. I mean, yeah. Seems like this makes the guy happier. I'd rather that. I'd rather someone happy writing okay music, or someone happy writing music I don't like than a fucking depressed music writing, or depressed person writing good music. Let me just, have they been like this? Not bad.
I'm done explaining my pain. This is way too much. I wanna feel you. Hurry up, give me the rest. 'Cause it's the last time that I romanticize. Riptide that's trying to drown me. Full of
Yeah, I remembered the thing I don't like about him. He's always like trying to go for an image that he's not quite getting, with like the fucking having his shirt off and the headband and stuff like that. It's just not like, watch his motions.
excuses for way too long. Don't wanna sing another hopeless song. 'Cause it's the last time that I romanticize. Riptide, it's a riptide. I'm done explaining my pain. This is way too much. I wanna feel you. Hurry up, give me the rest. 'Cause it's the last time that I romanticize. Riptide that's trying to drown me. Full of excuses.
Yeah, the dancing's super awkward. If his voice was a little deeper, it would be good. Like, it doesn't work well, in my opinion. All right. Yeah, his voice isn't what's bothering me. If you listen to Treacherous, Dishonest, you can literally tell it sounds exactly like that one song I forgot again. You're talking about Slaughter to Prevail. Yeah. Yeah, his motion does. Yeah, it's like it feels like he's trying to be like a metalcore Justin Timberlake, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to find the fucking. Oh, yeah, here. Yeah. This is the fucking. Oh, sorry if you heard that before. This is the Beartooth I like.
Beartooth show ever. It's going to be.
Wow. Props to him, too, by losing the weight. Not that he's, like, super fat here, but he just kind of was like. He kind of had, like, a pudgy look, and now he's a cutie patootie.
At Kobo, which I've never been inside, but it's apparently massive. Has a huge stage. Has tons of room for people. Has giant PA. Giant is.
You take the good, you take the bad.
Take the good,
You
take
take
the bad.
them both, then you have the facts of life.
Yeah, this is better, but this is not going to make you as much money. He'd probably still be poor and sad and alcoholic if he kept making this music. Some parts of his voice just goes high. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, and you know, I give him credit. The shift is not as like listening back to this. The shift isn't as crazy, but it's still a pretty big shift, if I'm being honest. But it's like this chorus is still kind of poppy, and it's actually, in my opinion, this chorus is actually catchier and has a better melody and shit or rhythm or whatever than his newer stuff.
But I'm still drinking. All inside me is not more than I'm not a fun. I guess a bottle can't save my life. I guess a bottle can't tame my mind. This is not reward or barely begun. But I still lie to myself. I always lie to myself. Hands are in the air and kind of your head. 'Cause I can't make it myself. I'll never make it myself.
Hell yeah. Beartooth. Start drinking again and write better music. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm kidding. That was I'm being a rascal. All right, let's what do we want to do? What do I want to do? This is my stream. What do I want to do? I kind of want to watch Mustard Plug. I know of Mustard Plug, but I couldn't tell you one Mustard Plug song. I gotta be honest. I don't know if I've ever, because I used to be big into ska, and I've been semi. Nah, I haven't been up on ska at all. Why would I lie to you guys? I'm sorry. But no, I used to be big into ska in high school. And then I used to be big into ska in high school. And then yeah, I just shifted. You know what it was? I shifted into more emo and punk, and then I listened to rap, and now I'm on hardcore. Song requests? We can do those a little bit later. I want to get through a few more songs. But yeah. Let's listen to Mustard Plug for a little bit, see if it's any good. 5 minutes. It's a long Mustard Plug song. Let's.
Staring down a question, running out of time. Nothing's taught me anything. Losing all my mind. My plan became so simple. My plan was guaranteed. Now I got no plan at all. Now I got no need to waste your time. Feed the cancer on your dose. All the things I love the most are slowly killing me. Walk another lonely path. All your questions never ask. The things that fall apart. Yeah, all things fall apart. Feed the cancer on your dose. Feed the cancer on your dose. All the things.
What the fuck is that? They did it the fucking last time. What are they doing?
Feed the cancer on your dose. All the things I love.
Sounds like they fucked up.
Walk another lonely path. All your questions never ask. Drown me in the waste. Never knowing you. Never knowing you. Feed the cancer on your dose.
That doesn't sound right. Yeah, they did it earlier. The timing is off. No one noticed that? Jesus. Damn, no one noticed that. They let that get to fucking final. Yeah, this is fine. I'm not trying to be shitty. I feel bad because last week someone was like, Pat was talking about Mustard Plug, and then someone was like, Mustard Plug fucking sucks, and Pat was like, Mustard Plug rules, and I was like, God. And I don't want to be shit. It feels. I would feel more comfortable if Pat was here and I could shit on Mustard Plug to his face. I got nothing against Mustard Plug. This is just very, like, very bland. very bland and uneventful, and they were just like, you just want to write the most straightforward ska song? Yeah, Andy, have you checked out the new Chamber album? A little bit. You know what? I'm glad you reminded me. I got a lot of music to listen to. There's been a lot of good music. Let me talk on mic. There's been a lot of good music coming out the past couple weeks. This is why when people are like, music sucks right now, I'm like, it actually doesn't. It actually doesn't. Some of the best bands I've ever heard are out right now. It's funny too. I was laughing about Chamber because they had this tweet last week when their album was out. They had this tweet that was like so pretentious, and it made me not want to like them. And then I checked out their album, and I was like, God damn it, you guys can be pretentious. That's a good album. But the tweet was basically, they were like, can't wait for the 8,000 album reviews to call us heavy hitters. And then I like looked up their Twitter following, and they have like 4,000 some Twitter followers. And then I like looked at their Spotify, and they're at like 100,000 listens a month, which is not nothing, but it's, you know, you're still grinding at it. It's like, you know, I'm not shitting on the grind, but or nothing like that. I'm not trying to be like, you guys don't have I don't care about high listens and stuff like that. I just care about good fucking music. But there was something to the fact where it's like, oh yeah, you know what you should do? Weird you know what you should do? Weird sounding heavy band, weird hardcore band that you know, isn't approachable for the average person. Really just call everyone helping promote your thing dumb. That's what you should do. You should call everyone trying to help promote your thing fucking dumb. You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ. Because here's the thing, Chamber. If they're calling you a heavy hitter, although it may be cliched, they're doing that because they like you. So, I don't know. Maybe not shit on the people who are enjoying your shit. And there was also, too, the preemptive, like, for the 8,000 reviews, it's like, dog, I'd be curious how many people are actually talking about Chamber. Is that what it's called? A Love to Kill For? Now, all this being said, I listened to it, and the album fucking rules. They are heavy hitters. A Love to Kill For. They are absolute heavy hitters. 100%. 1, 2. Here, you know what? Let's be fair. DuckDuckGo. Let's go to DuckDuckGo. Let's actually go to DuckDuckGo. It's very fun to Google DuckDuckGo. Jesus fucking Christ, I can't type. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. They got a few album reviews. I'll give them credit. Oh wait, no, it's slowing down. It's slowing down, actually. Now it's To Kill a Mockingbird reviews. So yeah. You know. And then if you go on YouTube. Sorry, I'm just being a fucking nasty bitch right now. I'm just being a nasty girl. A Love to Kill For. Yeah. Oh. Run TV reviewed it. How many? We got another one. How many? Oh shit! They got fucking Matt Honeycutt from Kubla Khan on there. That's good shit. Oh my god, where are the reviews? Where are your reviews, guys? thought there was supposed to be 8,000 of them. I'm sorry. Chamber, you guys are a great band. If this ever gets to you guys, you're a great band. Very talented. Just, this is just a funny thing to happen after shit talking. Especially too, dude, when you got 4,000 on Twitter. That's why I don't, that's why I keep my shit talking funny. I was about to be like, that's why I don't talk shit, and I'm just being a fucking nasty bitch right now. But that's my job. My job is to calls it how I sees it. And speak truth to power. That's why I'm being a mean girl to Chamber. But yeah, check out what was it? A Love to Kill a Mock. Check out Chamber's new album, To Kill a Mockingbird. No, it was really good. I listened to a little bit of it. I got a couple songs. You know what it was? I was driving to me and the Panty Boys did a show recently, and I was driving to Bethlehem, and I put them on, and I got about 3 or 4 songs in. And then me and my buddy who were driving with started talking, and then you turn the music down, and you're not really listening. But those 3 or 4 songs were fucking ripping. And all jokes aside, I was having a really good time. Go check out Chamber. I'm gonna get deeper into it. I want to try. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I want to try to do more album reviews and stuff like that, but I gotta be honest. I don't like album reviews. I don't love album reviews. I don't think they're like a good analysis of I feel like I've been trying. I don't get me wrong. I've done them a bunch in the past and stuff like that. But the more I do them, the more I'm just like, I don't know if me just sitting here talking to the camera, this is what I thought about the album. Let me give you my concise breakdown to tell you if it's good or a bad album and blah 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 and stuff like that. And then it's I just I don't know if that's like the best representation of the album. And then on top of that, because there's been a lot of albums I would listen to for a review, and I'll be like, this is a really great album. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And I did have a lot of fun with it. But then after I did the album review, I started to notice, like, I've never listened to the song again. You know what I mean? So it's like, how much did I actually like it? And there's other shit. I'm trying to think of shit I listen to pretty heavily now. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I like doing the reactions to videos to like one song and this and that, because it's like it's easier and it's you don't have as many thoughts swirling around. It's easier to talk about one song than like a whole album and shit. Oh, we did do a Slipknot album review. I do. You know what? That one actually reminded me. I did like doing that album review because I thought I had a good, concise observation about it. And that one, listening to a lot of Slipknot over the years, the one of the big takeaways from that album is I thought it was, kind of uninspired. The joke I made, it sounded like Slipknot typed into an AI. Sorry. My apologies if I keep making gross sounds. I should have gotten that out of the way before I started podcasting. But my problem with the Slipknot album is the joke I made about the Slipknot album is it sounded like someone typed into an AI music generator, please give me a Slipknot album. And it just felt like I already had heard it. It just felt like they went through the motions on a Slipknot album, like I already heard it. This kind of goes back to like my problems with that Beartooth song. It wasn't a bad song. I just feel like I've heard it already. But at the same time, I'm trying to think of one. There's definitely been albums that have like slowly grown on me over time and shit like that. And you don't necessarily go like, oh fuck, like perfect. Like one good example, a band I never really fucked with ever was Dance Gavin Dance, and then I started listening to them randomly in like 2019 or 2020, and something just clicked in my head, and I was like, oh shit, Dance Gavin Dance fucking rules. But if you ask me if I did an album review in like 2016, I'd be like, they're fine. Now it's music being good and how it's good is like is an ever evolving thing. So I would be more comfortable just having a general, like there's this There's this one hip hop. There was this page that would do a lot of reviews of hip hop albums. I forget what the fuck they're called, but I liked how they did it because I like when it's kind of a discussion about the album rather than here's the review. Because I think sometimes, you know, in the first couple days of an album coming out, there can be a lot of groupthink that happens. You know, everyone's seeing what everyone else's opinion is. There's a lot of groupthink, and then people go to Swarm to like do their album reviews and stuff like that, and that adds to the groupthink on an album. And then I feel like you can not give an album you not give an album its due because everyone sort of went with one thing and we're just kind of like going with, I'm trying, you know, because I felt like that with Chance the Rapper's album, Coloring Book, which I gotta be honest, I didn't 100% love it because he was doing the same thing Kanye was doing, where it's like, yo, what's this thing I'm really good at? Rapping. All right, I'm gonna try to sing a bunch and do a bunch of gospel music and shit like that. But then, you know, I thought it was actually pretty good, but I was like watching a bunch of videos on it, and I got reminded that people fucking hated that album. I didn't mind it. I thought Hot Shower was a good album or a good song. Yeah, people were like, oh, he talks about his wife too much. You know, I was like, I don't know. Maybe try to be happily married. Like, I don't know. He's probably going to go, like, what are the things I care about? Oh, my wife, you know. But, like, I guess in the, you know, sometimes in the hip-hop space, you're not allowed to fucking like women or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not trying to make, like, a blanket fucking statement, but I had a feeling they were like, oh, you're fucking pussy. You like your wife. And you're like, I don't know, dude. Try to be happily married. You end up liking your wife. Like, what's this fucking thing where you have to fucking be like, oh, I'm married, but you know, that's more of a bitch thing to do, the whole like my dumb fucking wife. Well, then fucking divorce her, pussy. You know what I mean? If you're fucking sad, divorce her or work on your marriage and shut the fuck up. I like the We Are You Not Your Kind album. Oh, by Slipknot. I forget what they're called. Slipknot albums. What was the newest one called? Oh, We Are Not Your Kind. That's not the newest one. Oh, The End So Far. Yeah, it wasn't bad. And I will give them credit. Trying to remember the name of this one fucking song. The Dying song was really good. But even that one, even the Dying song sounded like Slipknot songs I've heard 1,000 times. It was good, but it sounded like a thing I've heard 1,000 times. What else do we listen to? You know, I want to listen to These Gentlemen. Wait, what was that? Oh, no, never mind. I want to listen to These Gentlemen because someone told me I should listen to more Wolves at the Gate. So let's do that. They have a new song out. Oh, and apparently I did a reaction. The last Wolves at the Gate video I listened to, or the last Wolves at the Gate song I listened to, was apparently like a cover. I didn't see that anywhere in the thing, but someone said it was like a 30 Seconds to Mars cover. I don't know about that. I didn't look it up, or I didn't double check them or anything, but I can't imagine this one's also a cover. So Stupid Deep by Wolves at the Gate.
What if who I hoped to be was always me? And the love I fought to feel was always free. What if all the things I've done were just attempts at earning love? 'Cause the hole inside my heart is stupid deep. Stupid deep. Tried to go was always here. Always here. And the path I've tried to cut was always clear. Always there. Why has life become a plan? Yeah.
I don't know why, but this is vaguely reminiscent for some reason. Do you guys remember What It Is to Burn by Finch. Do you guys remember that? There's something weirdly reminiscent of that. Not like overtly, but there's something like subtly reminiscent of What It Is to Burn by Finch.
It's money in my hand when the love I really need is stupid and cheap. Whoa, stupid and cheap. There's a hole inside my heart. There's a hole inside my heart. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole. Who I hoped to be was always me, and the love I fought to feel was always free. What if all the things I've done were just attempts at earning love? 'Cause the hole inside my heart is stupid deep. Stupid deep. What if who I hope to be was always me? And the love I fought to feel was always free. What if all the things I've done is just attempts at earning love? 'Cause the hole inside my heart is stupid deep. Whoa, stupid deep.
All right, this is Stupid Deep by Wolves at the Gate. And this is What It Is to Burn by Finch. Let's see if it's as similar as I thought. God damn, production's got so much better. Woof, that hurt when it hit.
Today's on fire. The sky is bleeding above me, and I am blistered. I walk these lines of blasphemy every day, and still, like a bad storm, I'm falling faster down to her.
All right, yeah, similar energy. Not like I'm not sitting here and saying like, fucking Wolves at the Gate ripped them off, but similar energy, possible same chord or same key, but who the fuck knows? It was the same tempo too. I think that was a big part of it. If you listen, it was the same. It was like a similar tempo.
And the love I fought to feel was always free. What if all the things I've done were just attempts?
Yeah, similar tempo. Wolves at the Gate is, it's funny. They're like similar pop metalcore bullshit as that Beartooth song, but for some reason I like this one. I don't know what it's weird. I can't explain it exactly. Maybe it's probably the fact that like I used to like Beartooth and now like whenever a band shifts that much, I'm always just like ugh. But you know, unless Wolves at the Gate used to be super heavy, but yeah, I like for some reason I like that, and it's but I completely acknowledge that it's like metalcore bullshit. You know, poppy attempt at poppy metalcore bullshit. So I want to listen to one more before get your if you guys have any requests or anything like that, or any music you want me to check out or anything like that, you can get them ready. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to check out, but we're almost an hour and a half in. I think I made you guys wait long enough, or anyone who wanted to show me shit wait long enough. There's a bunch of good stuff though. Kaonashi. Or do I check out Hawthorne Heights? I kind of listened to Hawthorne Heights already, and it wasn't that exciting. Like, my buddy sent me this, and he was like, oh, fuck. Like, I have me and a couple of my friends, like, we still listen to, we grew up as fucking pussy emo kids. So we still get hyped about emo bands and stuff. But I think my buddy thought I liked Hawthorne Heights because he always texts me about when Hawthorne Heights does stuff. And I got to be honest, like, there's a lot of songs that were cheesy, that were like big and, big when we were kids. And then you listen back and you're like, they're a little cheesy, but I still have a lot of fun. Like, when I went back and listened to Ohio is for Lovers. Now, I'll say this. When I was in a band in high school, we played Ohio is for Lovers. That's actually a fun drum part to play. It's not like overly complicated. It's a fun drum part to play. But going back and listening to Ohio is for Lovers, like, I'll go back and be like, oh, Old Ass Fall Out Boys, good shit. Old Ass Taking Back Sundays, good shit. Like, that Finch song, good shit. Ohio is for Lovers is not a good song. It's not a fun, it just sounds bad. I don't know. I'm gonna listen to it now and be like, oh no, it actually fucking rules. It's not a good song. Like, the singing kind of sucks, but in a bad way. Like, you always wanted singing to suck. You don't mind singing suck with this emo shit, but it's just like,
Hey there.
ugh.
I know it's hard to feel like I don't care at all where you are and how you feel with these lights
Also-
off as these wheels.
Also, insane that they think they needed 3 guitarists for this. That's crazy. That is, it's rude to you as the fan to have an emo band go, yeah, we need 3 guitarists. Get fucked.
Keep rolling on and on. Slow things down, I'll speed them up. Not enough for way too much. How are you when I'm gone? I can't make it on my own. Because my heart is in Ohio. So got my wrists and black my eyes. So I can't fall asleep tonight or die because you kill me. You know you do, you kill me well. You'd like it too, and I.
You know what it is? The song's fine. It's the lyrics are just they're over the top to like an annoying point. But yeah. Song's fine. Only need 1 guitarist, 1 bass, 1 drummer. Nah, give them 2. One. That's the thing. I think a lot of bands try to get away with 1 guitarist, and I got to be honest. It's like I feel like you need 2. Even Green Day eventually got a 2nd guitarist.
I set a fire in my own house to watch it burn from the inside out. We watch this burn from the inside out. I lost the storm inside of me. The war at home is never ending, always never
All right. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Let's see if there's like a sick part on the bridge.
Sail so aimlessly. We all set sail, we all break free. I can't fix this broken heart. I can't reignite this fire. I can't stop this broken record. Skipping sad and spinning backward.
I lost the storm inside of me. The war at home is never ending, always never ending. I lost the storm inside of me.
All right. That's fine. It's fine. All right. One more. I want to get a little taste of this Kanashi song. See if I like them still. Yeah, dude. Looks like Hannah Gadsby. For fucking real. He looks like a lesbian. It's crazy. He looks like a lesbian with big fat hips. So this band's a little bit crazy and out there. I don't know if you guys are going to like them. But I kind of fuck with them from time to time.
I've got the wind in my hair, I've got my hands on the wheel. We're going so fast, but I like.
Is this the right band I'm thinking of? No. Wait a minute. This isn't the right. Wait a second. Yeah, this is what they normally sound like. Yeah, that's what they normally sound like. All right, that was crazy.
I've got the wind in my hair, I've got my hands on the wheel. We're going so fast, but I like how it feels. And so I push it harder. Don't wanna wait for the night hour bus. Don't wanna ride in a van or a pickup truck. 'Cause I got my brand new license and like 800 bucks. The counselor said I got a deal and you're in luck. So now it's you here, you is calling me. I've got so many places that I wanna be, and I've got so many faces that I wanna see. So come ride by my side in the passenger seat. I've got the wind in my
Yo, that's an ending. What'd you say? Is this new? Also great name, Weed Burps. Yeah. 8 hours ago new. Yeah, that was not bad. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun where the lyrics were like overly poppy, where he's like, I just wanna drive in my Camry, or however the rhythm went. With the kind of melodramatic dancey vibe to it, but like I said before, this is what I'm used to them sounding like. That's what I'm used to them normally sounding like. So that was like a big interesting departure. The vocals on this were way better. Yeah, that was my only thing with it's funny. I went on a whole thing about bands shifting their sound, but here's the thing about music and rules. There's always something that's going to be contrary to that rule. You know what I mean? So but yeah, no, like that. This style of singing, this is a funny thing. This is a funny part of mathcore, or like math. I think you could call these guys mathcore, kind of. They're definitely in the mathcore space, if not literal mathcore. But like this type of singing is very common. You know, or whether it be whether it be guys like this, wherever. Yeah, like a lot of like mathcore and mathcore adjacent bands, you hear the high screeching vocals, and I like a lot of mathcore, but sometimes I would honestly rather bands go vocally in like, and I know this isn't really mathcore, but like how Heavy Lolo does it. I would rather them kind of go that route lyrically, but they always go more in the shrieking route, which I'm not always a fan of, because it's like the music's real good, but the like vocally it doesn't fit as well, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's why I was always mixed, and I don't know how to say this band's name, Kananashi. I was saying Kanoshi for a while, but I think it's Kananashi. But yeah, so I was always like mixed about them because the music was good, and I didn't always get into the lyrics, the vocals and stuff like that. Now, so this new version of them, this is a very, very interesting shift. It's not my shit, but I'm intrigued by it. I'm definitely gonna look out for more stuff by them. This is definitely a big shift, and it's not to say that this music is bad, but this is probably just, it's not like my main jam. And also too, on top of that, I think I would though really enjoy hearing these guys kind of, focus on, if this is the shift that they're gonna make in their sound, I would think it'd be cool to kind of like focus on this a little bit more and hone in the sound, because this is all, there's a lot of great stuff in here, but it definitely has the sound of a band that just underwent like a big sonic shift in their stuff. I was about to say sonic shift in their sound, and I'm like, that's redundant and stupid. But no, it's good, and it actually it's good. Like I said before, it's good, but it's not my shit. But I am gonna keep my eye on them, Kananashi. I am gonna keep my eye on them, because this is very interesting. It's very interesting to shift this way and to play this style and to be, kind of have a heavy energy to you, but then also go a little poppy lyrically and stuff like that. Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Like I said, not my main shit, but definitely very, very interesting on that one. So yeah, that's it. If you guys have any requests, I have some more other things we could watch, but if you have any requests or anything, I'm going to be on here for another 20, 30 minutes or so. So if you have any thing you want the group to check out, you want me to check out, or whatever the fuck, throw it in the chat. And I'll click on that. I was expecting a song like Morgan. How does Morgan sound?
like cold shoulder. We talked all night.
From the glass in my car. One day in the middle of August when you loved me, my heart wouldn't stop racing when you called me and told me you're
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I need to listen to these guys a little bit more. They have definitely more of that vibe than I realized. Wait, what is this? Excision, Wooly, and the Devil Wears Prada. Is this the right one? So what is this? Like 3 bands did one song?
To bite the bullet and stay. I'll watch the color slowly begin to fade. Can't help but wonder if it's just another empty question of fear of letting go. Thought that I'd learned my lesson, but I need to know. Can you give me a reason to say we'll be fine, and tell me we're leaving the past behind? Can you give me a reason to say we're okay, and make me believe we're better off this way? And make me believe we're better off this way.
drop it.
If it's just another empty question of fear of letting go, thought that I'd learned my lesson, but I need to know. Can you give me a reason to say we'll be fine, and tell me we're leaving the past behind? Can you give me and make me believe we're better off this way?
All right. Yeah, not my main. I'll be honest, not my main shit. And was that after listening to Thrones of Blood by? All right. Yeah, not my main shit, but definitely had some interesting stuff. You saw my eyes perk up from parts. I definitely get I like how it went through its stages and shit like that, and the way that they they clearly incorporated well, I think Devil Wears Prada was throughout it, but it was very prominent in that middle part, and then to have that like intense dubstep part or whatever the fuck you call that. I don't know half those genres at this point. But yeah. That's not like my main shit, and I'm definitely not gonna anytime soon transition into listening to that regularly. But from a musical standpoint, because it's so foreign to me, well, the moments that stick out really intrigue me, and I have a lot of fun with it. So I'm not upset we did that. I'll put it that way. All right, here, let's listen to Weed Burps. A hungry dog is. I can't type. I cannot type. Unearth is a band I am Underneath. Oh, this is not Unearth. This is Underneath. Okay, I know nothing about them. So I'll just leave it at that actually. I was about to go into a whole thing about Unearth, then I'm like, this isn't Unearth. Wait, those drums are very funny. What a weird song to throw electronic drums in the middle of. I like it. I'm a sucker for that, by the way. Like the droning guitars, starting the riff while it's droning, cut it out, and then fucking go into it. Damn, they got in and got the fuck out of there. Wow, that was some good shit. Hungry dog is an obedient dog. Who is this Underneath? Damn, is this an invest early? Is this a buy early? They're not. They only have 150 subscribers. Here, I'm looking them up on Spotify. Damn. 4,500 monthly listeners. This is an official buy early segment. Underneath. Invest early. Damn. That was sick. That was fucking sick, dude. Thank you for that suggestion. I'm going to add them to the fucking rotation. Dude. That was a good goddamn time. Hell yeah. All right. All right. This is going to be the last one. Not Ready to Die by Avenged Sevenfold. Hell yeah. This will be the last one, then we'll get the heck out of here. I've been listening to a lot of Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, this one been out for a minute.
Cast away in time. Evil yours, now evil mine. So
Dude, I'll be straight up. I did not go into this confident I was going to like it, because usually when I hear fucking this type of shit, I'm like, okay, you're not a fucking vampire. Stop being a dickhead. This shit's cooking, though. This shit is cooking. See, I don't just listen to fucking tough guy hardcore and breakdowns. I also like some fucking, like some rock and roll.
the voices in my head suggest a lost and peaceful side. Endless possibilities controlling my 3-5. You can't break my crush the fears of yesterday. You can't save my areas I trust will fail. I've stood in the dark, been waiting all this time. While we damn the dead, I'm trying to survive. I'm not ready to die. Damned, watch the masses fall. Burn it down, control them all. Make me crawl to daddy's little girl to read the writings on the wall. Or cast into the nothingness the final curtain call. You can't break my crush the fears of yesterday. You can't save my barriers I trust will fail. I've stood in the dark, been waiting all this time. While we damn the dead, I'm trying to survive. I'm not ready to die.
Dude, I think we gotta do. I think as a heavy music community, we gotta do some damage control on Avenged Sevenfold, because it's like, I don't know if you guys know, like, Avenged Sevenfold fans know that they're good, but I don't know if you guys know this, but like, they're not. I think when you get into the spheres that I exist in, they're not aware that they're actually good. You know what I mean? They got a bad rap a while ago for being like fucking butt speed metal or something like that. Or whatever the fuck. They're just being like they got a bad rap for being butt metal. And this in no what the fuck am I trying to say? No something terms. What's the fucking expression? Just make it be clear. This, without a doubt, in no uncertain terms, is what I was trying to think of. In no uncertain terms, this song right here rips. Alrighty, that was fucking sick. I got a lot of catching up to do. I didn't know. I was not aware Avenged Sevenfold ripped. And they, in fact, fucking ripped. That was good as shit. That was good as shit. Yeah, we listened to a lot of good music tonight. Thanks for everyone for hanging out. We will be back Sunday morning, 11 a.m. to do an episode. Patrick will be back. And yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Yeah, thank you for everyone hanging out. Like I said, we'll be doing this every Friday. We ain't got shit to do. We'll be doing New Music Fridays. So yeah, come the heck and hang out. Yeah, watch all the clips and all that bullshit. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the suggestions. I got a lot of listening to do. Be good. I love you. Be about it. Peace.